Hey T-Wolves, I'm Arnav Sood, your ASB Executive President, and today you'll be voting on your class officers for the 2021-2022 school year. Make sure you watch the speeches all the way through and then make an informed decision afterwards, and remember that these candidates who you're voting for will be setting the tone for in-person school next year when we're hopefully all back in person. One last thing, all of the candidates were required to film their speeches on their school laptops, so please do not judge the speeches based off their sound quality or video quality because the candidates had no control over that, but judge them based off what they're actually saying and how they're saying it. So that's all I have for you, and without further ado, we can move right into speeches. Up first, for freshman class president, we have Sanchit Goel.
Hey Timberwolves, my name is Sanchit Goel, and I'm running for your class of 2024 president. To begin with, I'm running because I want to be an advocate for the students of Jackson after an overwhelming year. The 2020 to 2021 school year brought about disorganization and confusion for all of us. I hope to change that. Being class president will allow me to hear the wishes of you sophomores and, most importantly, allow me to act on them effectively. I would have a chance to better understand how inequalities affect different individuals and groups, and possess a chance to bring about change, something I feel is very important. I aspire to support various groups and give a voice to the voiceless. My most important job will be to listen to you and communicate with you regularly. If elected, I will continue to fight for justice, transparency, and equality for our student body. And now more than ever, ASB needs a committed, capable, and dependable enough student to help the school become more welcoming, helpful, and successful for the students and staff. I know voting for someone requires a lot of trust. I'm willing to work hard every day to earn your trust. My name is Sanchit Goel, and I humbly ask for your vote for the class of 2024 elections. Thank you for listening.
Up next for class president is Divya Jyoti.
If someone had asked you, what do you want your freshman year to look like, there'd be various different answers. But this past year has been something none of us were hoping for. You all want a memorable school year, and I can make that happen. Hey Timberwolves, my name is Divya, and I'm running to be your sophomore class president. Making positive changes at school and in our community is something I'm passionate about. Getting to know each and every one of you while hearing out your opinions is super important to me, for I want school to be a place where everyone feels comfortable and heard. Regardless of whether the feedback is good or bad, I look forward to voicing your thoughts and making sure your ideas are listened to. A way I can achieve this is by posting polls to get your input about things that are going on at Jackson. You want to raise awareness about racism in our community? I'll support you. You want to start a new club? I'll join. Making sure our school is more inclusive and accepting of all different backgrounds is a huge priority of mine. I plan on not only getting myself, but all of you guys more involved in school spirit building activities, whether that be supporting small businesses or attending various sports games. By focusing on these aspects, I can ensure you that sophomore year will live up to your expectations. Vote for someone who cares. Vote for someone who understands. Vote Divya for class president.
And finally, for class president, we have Tiegan Anderson.
Hey fellow Frosh, soon to be Softs, Tiegan here to tell you why I should be your ASB class president. Before I get to that, let me tell you some statistics. Did you know that 1 out of every 2 Americans makes up nearly 50% of the US population? 97.3% of all statistics are made up, and 50% of those statistics are false. In all seriousness, though, a survey conducted by the Yale Child Study Center of over 20,000 U.S. high school students found that nearly 3/4 of the students' self-reported feelings towards school were negative. While this may not exactly represent how Jackson students feel, we still need to make sure that all students have a positive, no, incredible experience at Jackson. Helping make sure the school is a better place for everyone is part of ASB's job. And that takes a group effort. So rather than just having the ideas of a few, I want to give everyone a voice through a suggestions box that anyone can put in so everyone can give ideas or suggestions that they may have. Let's make the school a better experience for everyone together. One way to have more fun at school is through events. I've had a ton of fun serving you this past year as your vice president, helping out and planning events such as the Freshman Among Us Night and the Spring Drive-Thru. All of that is great, but I look forward to having even more fun this coming year as we transition back in person. Events like a board games night, movie night, and a tie-dye event are just a few of the ideas I have. Now, as this speech comes to a close, let me leave you with a little bit of pros. Vote for Tiegan. He's wearing a T-Wolf sweater, he has experience, and together, will make Jackson better.
Up first for freshman class vice president is Ryan Genova.
Yo, what's up, Jackson students? I'm Ryan Genova, and since you're watching this video, you probably know that I'm running for vice president. If you vote for me, then everything I do will be about you guys. I'll keep an open ear to all the students and value each and every one of your opinions. When making these speeches, I've heard many times again that they will promise multiple things, but once they are elected, those promises just fade away. However, this isn't the case for me. I won't make any promises to you because I don't have my own agenda. I work towards the common good of everyone. Whatever you guys think would be best for this school, I will try my hardest to do it because I am absolutely dedicated to whatever I put my mind on, and I'm just as reliable as it gets. As the time the vote comes closer, I hope you remember my videos, my face, my Falcon and the Winter Soldier poster, and of course, my name. Ryan Genova, the boy who works for you.
Up next for vice president is Charlie Youssef.
Hey Timberwolves, are you ready for a self-driven, hardworking, and committed leader? Well, nice to meet you. My name is Charlie Youssef, and I'm running as your class of 2024 ASB Vice President. So, why am I running? I want to help contribute to making Jackson a more desirable place by representing my peers and creating more inclusive events for all. As you may recall, I ran for Class VP at the beginning of freshman year, but unfortunately lost. This past year, I have grown tremendously as a person, and I am determined to making Jackson a more enjoyable place for all. As we transition from 100% online learning to the hybrid model, I want to make up for a freshman year that was lost due to COVID-19. I am ready to spearhead new, fun, and creative event ideas that Jackson has never experienced before. A school spirit walk, tie-dyeing events, drive-in movies. These are just a few ideas I'm looking forward to accomplishing as your Class VP. Before I wrap up, I want to thank everyone for their support in this election, and I am so grateful to be running. And now, don't forget, vote Charlie Youssef for your class of 2024 ASB Vice President. Thank you.
And finally, for vice president, we have Isabella del Rosario.
Hey Jackson, my name is Isabella del Rosario, and I'm running to be your sophomore vice president. Now, we all know we've gone through a rough time this year. Many of us were unable to see friends, not go to any football games, and miss our very first homecoming dance. Well, next year we're going to change that. With people getting vaccinated, restrictions being lifted, and going back to in-person schooling, we will have our sophomore year. This year, I've heard and seen all of us struggle in our own way. When we return in the fall, I will help us adapt to our new normal by listening and advocating for all of you. Community service is something I hold near and dear to my heart. I hope to work closely with school leaders and students to find solutions that benefit both Jackson and the Mill Creek area. With that being said, planning events is something I love. So if elected to be your sophomore VP, we will create fun and enjoyable activities to make memories we lost from our freshman year. This school year has taught me that making friends and working together is an important part of high school. I'll be your friend, I'll be your voice. Let's start this fall with a fresh mind for an exciting year ahead. Make sure to vote Isabella del Rosario to be your sophomore vice president.
For freshman class secretary, your only candidate is Sandra Solomon.
Hey guys, my name is Sandra Solomon and I am your current freshman class secretary, and I cannot wait to be serving as your sophomore class secretary. This year has obviously been really difficult, but I'm so excited that we have started going back in person, and I can't wait to start creating new events alongside your new officers to make up for our freshman year. Thank you, Timberwolves.
Up first for freshman class treasurer is Eugene Kim.
Hey, what's going on, Jackson? I'm Eugene Kim, and I'm running to represent you as your next class of 24 ASB treasurer. COVID-19 has hit us like a bullet, completely shattering our hopes for an awesome and interactive school year. However, as your next class treasurer, I will make it my absolute priority to manage the school's budget in order to make your expectations for school a reality. I'm a determined, optimistic, and open-minded person, and I believe that my passion to manage our school system's money will help Jackson become a fantastic environment to be a part of. I want to let students' voices be heard by going to you guys directly and listening to your creative thoughts and ideas, rather than you guys coming to me. I will do my best to plan out activities where money will not fall short of students' wants and needs. I want to make a change to this repetitive, boring Zoom life by making it my mission to make your ideals come true through well-planned donations and enjoyable fundraising. As your next class treasurer, you can count on me to give beyond 100% of my efforts into making the next school year something memorable. Know that your money will be spent where you want it. As always, thanks for listening, and whenever you see those online ballots, remember to vote Eugene Kim as your next ASB treasurer.
Going against Eugene Kim is Althea Arnedo.
Hey Teals, my name is Althea Arnedo, and I'm one of the candidates running for the sophomore ASB treasurer position. This year has been new and tough for all of us, and I know that transitioning from online to in-person, if you haven't already, might be a bit challenging. Many of us have lost connection with each other, and many of us don't know each other. As a part of ASB, my goal as treasurer will not only be to keep track of the funds, but also to create a comfortable environment where anyone can be friends with anyone. I plan to not only work with the other members of ASB to create new fund ideas, but to also create activities that help lighten up the situation in a way. Not to mention, I was also part of ASB as treasurer at my old school, which has given me the experience and the leadership skills to be in ASB. For reference, we were able to successfully set up a school carnival and raise up enough funds for our school dance or our homecoming. I will prove that I am more than capable of taking on the treasurer position and handling the class funds. I am ready to uphold all responsibilities and take action as your treasurer. Remember, I'm representing our class. Your ideas are important to make this upcoming year an enjoyable one and a memorable one. Now, if you want someone who has experience in ASB, knows how to manage funds and budgeting, and will put their best foot forward to make sure our sophomore year at Jackson is the best it can be, vote Althea Arnedo for your next sophomore class treasurer.
And for activities coordinator, up first is Noy Fasavat.
Hey Jackson, my name is Noi Fasawit, and I'm so thrilled to be running for class activities coordinator. Growing up, my parents have always taught me how to plan and prepare ahead of time so we're not all stressed out the day of the event. And I think this is a great quality to have as an activities coordinator because as one, you should always be prepared and expect the unexpected. This has made me an excellent candidate because I'll be on top of my work and have knowledge about the right things I should include and do. I've always strived to make people happy, and I'm super easy to talk to. I want to be someone who gives everyone a chance to have their voices heard. I would take your input into much consideration. I'm here to help make your ideas and suggestions be a reality for a better and fun school year. But of course, due to COVID, some things aren't certain. But what is certain is my hard work that I'll provide to make learning fun for all. COVID is an obstacle that I think we can overcome. If I'm elected as your next activities coordinator, I want to hold more outdoor events and start new traditions that can oversee the challenges that we face with the virus. It would mean the absolute world to me if you gave me this opportunity to make high school more memorable and a place you'd want to wake up to rather than a place you just get your education at and let go. Let's make sophomore year a great year. Anyways, stay safe and let Jackson's joy come from Noy. Bye!
And going against Noy is Tyler Nguyen.
Hey Jackson from Wolves, I'm Tyler and I want to be your next ASB activities coordinator. Because of the dreadful COVID-19 situation, the lack of social interaction community made 2020 an overwhelming year to say the least. I personally wish I could attend traditional football games, say hi to my friends in the hallways, and have other little interactions, because these little interactions matter. So as for the 2021 to 2022 school year, and as your activities coordinator, I want to unify our student body and build a strong, safe, and fun environment for all of us. Some potential ideas I have are exciting and enjoyable activities that range from gaming tournaments like Valorant to weekly challenges on Instagram where you can earn small and memorable prizes. Not to mention unforgettable COVID-friendly pep rallies that will boost and maintain our Jackson School spirit. However, those are just some of my ideas. I want to listen to you. Your voice and ideas matter, and it would be my honor and priority to put your creative ideas into action. By representing you in our ASB Council and leading up to my ambition for the ultimate sophomore experience, I'll make sure to continue to promote our amazing school spirit that Jackson has advocated
despite being away for so long. Therefore, I am confident that I am ready to take on this responsibility, to overcome and fulfill the challenges that come as an ASB officer. But until then, welcome back to Jackson, and I hope you have a wonderful day. So remember, Tyler Nguyen will make Jackson win. Vote Tyler Nguyen as your next ASB Sophomore Activities Coordinator.
Those are all of the candidates for all 5 positions, and so now it's officially time to vote. Your teachers should be providing you with a link to vote for the candidates who you feel like are most deserving of winning, so please vote, and make sure to not factor in the sound quality or video quality of the speeches, because once again, the candidates had no control over that. That's all I have for you today, T-Wolves. Make sure to stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you all later.